Hey guys, I'm back with another action figure review, and today we're going to take a look at the DC Comics Unlimited Aquaman. And this is obviously Aquaman in his new 52 look, and a figure that I was greatly anticipating, uh, despite the release images of the prototype figure looking awful. um, Down the line it started to look better, and I got more excited for this figure, and I have to say that I am a little bit let down, and you'll see why over the course of the review. But it's still a decent figure, and I don't regret buying him, but I do wish he had been a little more well done, I guess. But yeah, I will show you the box first, and then we'll get to the figure. So move him out of there for a second. So this is fairly recently released. I picked mine up on Amazon for the retail price of, 16 bucks, because I didn't want to pay, comic book store prices, $20-25 for him. If I had, I could have picked him up a lot earlier, probably at a mock time. But anyway, yes, he oftentimes on Amazon goes in and out of stock, and he then ends up at like $30-35. Just if you keep kind of refreshing the page throughout the day, if you're looking for this guy, he tends to pop up again at the retail price whenever Amazon's stock gets replenished. So yeah, and then you can buy something else, get free Super Saver shipping, yada yada. But anyway, so packaging, typical DC Comics Unlimited. You got nice artwork there from the Aquaman book. Just Aquaman, DC Comics Unlimited at the top. Really nice packaging, and then in the back you have the same artwork expanded. You have his stats, which a little messed up there, and then you have the rest of the wave, which is the new 52 Wonder Woman, which I'd like to pick up, and the new 52 Darkseid, which is pretty awful looking, but yeah. And then you just have a little read up, if you'd like to pause and read it. But otherwise, yeah, that's just your typical packaging. So we'll just get into the figure. He obviously comes with one accessory, his trident, which I will show you first. And then get to the figure. So as you can see, I kind of had him posing, like throwing the trident, which it's good. It's actually, I like that a lot. It has this kind of thicker part here that you can have him hold, and he holds it nice and tight around this spot. So that's perfect for having him if you want him to throw the trident. I know the DC Universe Classics version didn't have something like that, and I reviewed that fairly recently, and tried to pose him like that, and it didn't work as well. So I do like that. Otherwise, this trident is very boring. It's just all one color. It's kind of like a goldish, but not really. It's more like a kind of tan with tiny flecks of gold. However, it is accurate. It does have 5 prongs, if that's what they're called. Tines, prongs, I don't know. It does have 5 of them, as opposed to the DC Collectibles figure, which I will also compare it to toward the end of the review, that had only 3, but in the comics he's portrayed with this one. So this is more accurate. But, just nothing really exciting about it. So I'll put that to the side, and we'll just take a look at the figure. So, we have, go from the top down, as usual. The head sculpt, it's not doing it for me. I think it's just not the best. It's kind of, he's got this, like, long, skinny face. His hair is like too orange. It's, he's blonde. He's not a redhead, and this looks more like a sort of strawberry blonde. Not liking that very much, and just the face just doesn't look very good. I think Aquaman's a good-looking character, and this just doesn't really capture that. I felt the same way about the new 52 Superman from Mattel versus the DC Collectibles one. That Mattel just didn't capture the look of the character very well in the head, and so that's the same here. Just give you one more close-up there. The hair looks sculpted nice, though. I do like that looks fine. Just the wrong color, and the rest of the face is not very good. So the body of the figure looks much better than the original prototype images looked. It's it's your typical kind of DC Universe Classics book, I guess, with just the scales over it, and he does have the high collar, the V. Unfortunately, no piping. He should have like gold piping going around it, but he doesn't. I mean, when you have his head turned, you don't really notice anyway. But if you were to, look at the sides, he just doesn't have that. It's he's like he's he actually looks pretty good in the camera lighting. He is orange with, I guess, a metallic orange, but it's not super metallic. And when he's not in lighting like this, he just doesn't look as shiny, which I wish he would, because if, he's kind of portrayed with this shiny, scaly armor in the books, and, it just doesn't come off that way unless you have him in nice lighting like this. So, it's okay, but again, that's just a little downside for me. The rest of the figure is pretty straightforward, so there's not much to complain about. His gauntlets are the two-finned design that he has in the New 52, unlike his old DC Universe Classics gauntlets, which were just one fin. So they did change those, and looks good. He's got the two open hands to hold his trident. And he's got like a V-cut sort of in the inside here. The belt looks nice. That is gold, and it is shiny. Not super shiny, but, like it is gold. And it's sculpted underneath the... It's not a separate piece, it's sculpted on, and it's sculpted underneath the waist twist, so it's not disrupted at all. It does have a nice Made in China stamp right across it, which looks gross. And he's got Mattel stuff all over his butt. I wish they would find a better way to do that, but alas, they have not. His legs are just your typical green, dark green, and actually, now that I'm looking at it in the light, it looks like it's got that sort of Mattel syndrome where the top half and the bottom half are slightly different colors. Not as bad as red characters, but I don't know. Do they use a different plastic for these leg pieces or something? Because it's just, I don't know why that happens. But he's got the fins on the back. It's kind of a soft rubber, and just regular feet. So that's about it for detail. I'll just come in on the chest. I don't know if I did a nice close-up of that, but you can see the scales, and you can see how he shines nicely in the light. But I just wish he was a slightly more metallic. But yeah, I'll go through his articulation, and then I'm going to do a comparison against the DC Collectibles version. So his head does do a 360. It doesn't go up and down, like, at all. At all. So that's disappointing, especially with the nice high collar to kind of show, if he could just look up, that would be nice. He has typical baldest shoulders that go up and around, in and out, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and a wrist twist. Ab crunch. Doesn't have the best range of motion. Waist twist. T-jointed hips, in and out, forward and back, not too far back. He's got a little bit of a butt problem. Cut above the knee, single knee, and ankles that are loose. Well, this one's okay, but this one is just loose. Gonna need some super glue in there. Thanks, Mattel. But yeah, let's do a comparison. Now, I know, Rob, you're gonna say this is apples and oranges, or what was it you said? Apples and bowling balls, I think? But I just have to do it anyway, because, they are both variations of the same character. And right off the bat, you can see DC Collectibles has a nice sheen to his chest, his chest armor, I guess you could call it. He's now looking orange. He doesn't look shiny anymore, but he looks really nice and shiny. I definitely prefer the sheen on this look. Now, other than that, from the waist down, they're just both green. They have fins, no big deal. The belts are very similar. The DC Collectibles version has slightly more detail. It has the vertical lines going across the actual belt. It has a little more detail in the A, but or the Atlantis symbol, but actually this one looks a little better, I think, as far as the symbol goes, because this one it just looks like they made a belt and then slapped the symbol on top of it, and this one they built it in, so that looks nice. He has no necklace at all, nothing, which it's kind of goofy on the new DC Collectibles, but it's a nice detail to give him. And then the head sculpts are this one blew me away the first time I ever saw it, the DC Collectibles one, and it's still just phenomenal compared to this one. I'm trying to, their arms are in the way. I'll just show you this one first. He's got the little beard details, the fabulous hair swooping to the side, and he just looks stern but not angry really. He just looks phenomenal. And then this one just looks like a doofus. I mean, in comparison, he just does not look very good. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, yeah. So, I did see someone do a head swap of this head on this body, and it looked fantastic. But, I may, as of now, I only have, this is the only DC Collectibles New 52 figure I have, and I've thought about if I ever see the Just We Can Be Heroes 7-pack cheap, I would buy it, just to get all the figures in one shot, and so then I'd have an extra Aquaman. If I ever do that, I'll probably take his head and put it on this figure, but, oh, and, yeah, but that's, I don't know if I'll ever do that. But also this one has a chain connecting the trident, which is neat, but it's kind of also nice to be able to remove the trident. But yeah, as you can see, he has 3 prongs, and he has 5. So actually, I'm going to keep them both in the shot for a second, and I want to just show what Aquaman looks like in the New 52 comics, to just, give an idea of which one's sort of a better portrayal. Just a few shots. Here's one. This is from a Justice League issue, actually, not Aquaman, but you can see the 5 prongs on the trident. You can see you can see how they have this sort of shiny look to the armor. Let me just get another shot here. Yeah, and you can, this is another decent one. So, yeah, again, you see it's shiny, but you see he has the 2 pieces on the gauntlet, so that's good. The DC Collectibles version does it better, I have to say. He's got, like, an opening between the 2, whereas this one's just sort of a fold. And you can see he does have the opening in the artwork. Also, you see the belt here. It is not just a symbol slapped on, so nice job, Mattel, getting that right, as opposed to the DC Collectibles. So, there's pluses and minuses to both. He doesn't wear the necklace anymore, it looks like. I don't see it in any of these shots. So, who cares if he's wearing it, I guess. If you were desperate enough, you could make one out of some wire and paint it blue. But he doesn't, again, he doesn't seem to be wearing it currently. But yeah, here's a nice close-up of... And so here's the face sculpt. See no necklace there, see no necklace here. But, I mean, I don't know. I think the Mattel was on the right track. But they just didn't nail it. So, yeah, this review's gone on a bit long. I'm sorry about that. I just, I had the comparisons to make and wanted to show the comic and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to give him some super glue in this ankle. Whew. But yeah, so let's take this guy out of frame now. Just end the review with the one I was actually reviewing. So this is my review of the DC Comics Unlimited New 52 Aquaman. Overall, a decent figure. I definitely recommend picking him up if you are looking for, a New 52 Mattel figure of Aquaman, or you don't have a Mattel Aquaman and you're looking to maybe get one at retail price and not, overpay for one. of the older Aquaman figures, but I just wish they had, gone the extra mile. But otherwise, it is a good figure, and I do recommend it if, if you're looking for it. Again, check out Amazon. Just don't pay more than $16 because he will come back in stock. He does. And if you're looking out in Walmart, Kmart, Target, he should show up if he hasn't already. And I think that's about it, guys. So again, DC Comics Unlimited Aquaman. Thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again, guys.